Hey y'all, my name is Martin Malelu and I'm a librarian with LA County Library. Today we're going to talk about gravity and friction, and then we're going to do an activity where you get to test out friction and play around with gravity a little bit on your own. So let's talk about gravity. So gravity is a theory that was first widely discussed when Isaac Newton wrote about it. So we all know the story, or have some idea of the story, of Isaac Newton sitting under the apple tree and the apple falling, and then he starts to come to the realization that everything has a gravitational pull. And that gravitational pull depends on how big an object is. So you and I both have gravitational pulls. The phone or laptop or whatever you're watching this video on has a gravitational pull, but it is so small that it doesn't affect us, right? But the Earth is so large that it has a very strong gravitational pull, meaning that when that apple fell, that was when Newton observed the gravitational pull of the Earth. So gravity is only a theory, and other people have theorized on it and made observations about it since Isaac Newton in the 1600s. Most notably, Albert Einstein proposed some ideas around it in the 1900s. And there's even people still working on it today. If you're interested in learning more, I'm going to show you here how to get to Britannica School, where you can get started reading a little bit about gravity and reading more about Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton and their ideas around it. It can get really complex, so if you're looking for a little bit of a challenge, then this is definitely a topic you can look more into. Maybe you'll be the next great theorist on gravity and what gravity means and how it exists in the universe. To do the activity we're going to do today, you're going to need masking tape. You can use painter's tape like I have here. We're going to be taping to walls, so you want to check in with the adult whose walls you're taping to make sure that they are going to be okay to use masking tape or painter's tape on. You're going to need toilet paper tubes. You can also use paper towel tubes. Both will work. You'll need a lot of them, so make sure you save some up for a while. The more you have, the more you can do in this activity. And lastly, you're going to need a marble. So I have this marble here. You can use a bead or a Play-Doh ball or something similar to that, but a marble is probably going to be your best bet. You can also grab some scissors if you want, but they're not mandatory. All right, so here's the marble run that I've created. I'm going to drop it in here. This is the initial tube that I put on here, and my hope is that it's going to go all the way down here. I made a smaller gap here than I did up here because I think that it's going to slow down and the marble won't be able to make as big of a jump right here. Also, this is a little more horizontal than this, so making a more vertical jump I think is going to be way easier for the marble. It also is going to encounter friction as it goes, which will slow it down. So friction is an opposing force, or something that acts upon the force that the marble has when it's moving. So rubbing up against any of these tubes is going to be a force of, or a act of friction that is going to in fact slow my marble down. So as it goes through here, it is going to slow down a little bit because it's going to rub the tubes as it goes through here. So let's go ahead and try this out and see what happens. All right, so my hope is that it's going to go through here, and my hope is that I have this angled up enough. I don't know if you can see, it's angled slightly up, is that it's going to drop through here and it's going to roll here, and it's not going to go all the way through the tube, and then it's going to go back down and hit the ground over here. So let's give it a go and see what happens. All right, so it didn't make that jump. Let me try it one more time just to be certain. Yeah, so it's not making this jump right here. So I'm going to need to do some adjustments right here to get it to go from here to here, because it's just falling straight out here. All right, So as you can see, I've added an extra piece right here, and I've closed up these little holes a little bit. So now let's give it a go. Oh, that didn't work at all. Let's try it one more time. There we go. It's still shot out this way. It went back behind this desk. So to get it to do what I want it to do specifically, I'm gonna have to adjust it more. I probably have to angle this up more. It's going too fast, so there's not enough friction to slow it down as much as I want it to be slowed down, but there is some friction. So I'm going to throw it over to you all to create your own marble run. Maybe you can make one that goes from the ceiling to the floor. You can make it as big as you want or as small as you want. You can also add other things into it. So like if you have paper cups or if you have egg cartons, there's a ton of other things you could add to this to make it fun too. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you had fun making your marble run. I hope that you learned a little bit about friction and about gravity, and I hope that you check out Britannica School as well. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our future programming, and check out our website for more resources and information about what we've got going on. Bye for now.